Hello everyone and welcome back to Cyberwhale. I hope you all are doing well, and the previous topic regarding the Linux and the networking essentials that we have covered in the previous video is pretty clear to you guys, and you guys have understood what are the basic necessities we should be learning after getting a hold of a particular, you can say, cybersecurity roadmap, as I have covered that in the day one content. So here in the day two content we have covered up the Linux and networking essentials. I'm just going to quickly have a recap of whatever we have discussed, because it's been 3 days that I haven't uploaded a video, and you guys might be thinking that that you have forgotten what we have discussed. So I'm just taking a quick recap. So let's just revise it. Firstly, we have discussed about few of the basic Linux commands that were regarding the you can say cd to change the directory, as we have discussed about the changing of the directory. How do we want to get into any particular directory? What command is going we are going to use is that is cd, and ls is to list all of the tools or all of the files and folders present inside that particular directory, or you can say a particular folder. That means sub files or sub folders present inside a particular folder is to check all the list of that particular uh, folders. We are going to use up the listing, that is ls. Then comes the PWD, present working directory, in which present directory we are in, that is for PWD, and passwd is for the changing of the password, and mkdir, as I told you, making of the directory, how to create a directory in a particular Linux, or you can say in Kali, and rm is used to basically remove that particular directory or that particular file. And similarly, as I have told you, that cd is basically to touch is basically to create a file inside a directory or a folder. And I have also shown you few of the other commands that I have shown you from the Geeks for Geeks. You can just go on to the Google and search it, as I have told you in the previous video. Moving on further, we have discussed about the networking basics, where we confronted few of the topics like DNS, HTTP, OSI model, TCP, IP. So in the DNS, what does the DNS stands for is the domain name system, and in the DNS we have covered that what does the task of the DNS is. The DNS do is to translate all these human readable domains into the computer understandable format, that is into the IP address. That is what DNS do is. And then moving on further, we have is HTTP. HTTP basically do is stands for hypertext transfer protocol, that is basically used for transferring hypertext, that means web pages, over the internet. And moving on further, we have is OSI model. OSI stands for the open system interconnection model. It is a theoretical model, and whereas TCP IP model is a practical model that is implemented all over the internet. And OSI have 7 layers of the 7 layers inside of it, that is application, presentation, session, transport, network, and data link, and as well as the physical layer. And I have already explained you what how do we move on from physical to application layer, and then we reach to the main focus layer. So that's how OSI model show us the representation of the working of a particular web pages over the internet. I hope it is also clear. And moving on further, we have is TCP IP. TCP stands for transmission control protocol, and IP stands for internet protocol. This is a combination of or you can say a suite, that means a collection of communication protocol which is used for communicating and connecting devices over the internet. Firstly, it is reliable, and it also secure communication. It provides us the connectivity, and it is the foundation of internet, where we can do the exchanging of the data or transmissioning of the data. So I hope the day 2 content is quick. We have taken a quick recap, and you guys have understood what we have revised and what we have discussed in the previous video. So without wasting time, I'll just remove it all. Just give me a second, guys. I'll just remove each and everything from here, so that we can start up with the day 3 content, and then we can learn new things today. As day 3 content is going to be something similar to the module which we have already covered in the CES V13 content. And if you guys haven't seen my CHV13 module till now, you can get back to my Cyberwhale channel into the YouTube, and you can just hop on to the playlist of CHV13, where you can see active and passive reconnaissance, or you can see the whole CHV13 playlist that I have specially created for you guys to learn and implement things in a better and understandable way. So moving on further, we'll be discussing about the day 13 module. That is going to be okay. Just give me a second. Yeah. just give me a second, guys. Yeah, in the day three module, what we are going to discuss is, just let me rewrite here so that you guys can understand what are the topics for our today's lecture and today's session. Day 3 content. Yeah, day 3 content is going to be just, yeah, about the information gathering. Information gathering is one of the major important topic of the cyber security. When we learn and when we start our journey into the cyber security, this is the basic necessity one should know. And this topic I have already covered in the CHV13, but so whosoever is new to my channel and don't know, or they just came across my channel for this particular cybersecurity roadmap, I'm going to make it really interesting for you guys. So please hold on with me and learn a new thing, and how to do the information gathering as well as the reconnaissance, and learn about cybersecurity as well. Information gathering and reconnaissance. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I guess the spelling is right, or no, it's wrong, guys. Yeah, I made a mistake. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's correct now. And in this particular thing, what we are going to learn about is, we're going to learn about three basic things in Linux information gathering. Types of reconnaissance. Types of reconnaissance, that is reckons. We can also know reckon as the what information gathering, and reconnaissance. Types of reconnaissance, there are two: active and passive. Then we are going to have the discussion about the subtopic, that is going to be, like, you can say, tools. Yeah, tools for reckon. What tools do we need for reckon? And then a bit of a hands-on. I'll try to show you a bit of a hands-on as well, so that you guys find it really interesting. And hands-on will be in the upcoming session and upcoming video, so hold on tight and sit with me to learn a new thing. Let's just get started with the day 3. So in the day 3, there is first word stating information gathering, and I guess the word itself is stating its definition, and you guys have understood what basically the information gathering means is. And as its word is suggesting, that information and gathering, this comprises of two words, basically information and another one is gathering. So I'll just split these two words and explain to you in a very easy way. Information, and another one is gathering, right? So here comes, here we start with an information and then gathering. Firstly, information. What is information, guys? Information is the particular, just give me a second, let me write it down just directly downside of it. Yeah, information is basically the collection of raw data about any particular thing. That means it is a collection of raw data about any particular thing. Let's just say, as in the previous video I have taken the example of CID, but here I'll take some example of a police verification or a passport verification. What does basically happens when a particular person is applying for the you can say passport. Let's say I'm a kind of a person who is applying for a passport. Let's just take an example. Let me write it down here. Let's say it's me. Okay, it's me. I am applying for passport. Yeah, as I'm applying, it's me and I'm applying for a passport. And when I have to apply for passport, I'll just go to what? I'll just go to a particular site, as I'm a new person who have never applied and I'm applying for a fresh passport, and I don't have any particular or prior information about how to apply it and apply it and what to do. Well, I have to go through this particular procedure. So what I'll have to do, firstly, I'll do what? I'll collect all the information. I'll collect all the information regarding information. Okay, yeah, information regarding the passport procedure. Like I'll see what things are required to apply for the passport and what are the things that I need to apply for. Let's say after collecting or grabbing a lot of information, I get through one particular thing. and they have stated that I should have my Aadhaar card, I should have my PAN card, or I should have my birth certificate or my 10th 12th mark sheets. They stated the requirements to apply for the passport, right? Yeah. So they are asking me for the requirements, which are like kind of birth certificate, 10th 12th mark sheets, or you can also say what you can say, Aadhaar card, and particularly things like that. Just give me a second. Where is it showing? Yeah, Aadhaar card and several things like this. So this is what I have collected information, that I need to have this information while I am applying for what, my passport. So that's how gathering means. Gathering is basically what, guys, gathering is basically a word that is to gather, to collect, right? To collect info. That is what gathering means. So combining these two words, information gathering, totally states a thing, that is, let me just write it down here, that is to collect information about the target. Because my target was to apply for the passport, I have to collect information regarding the procedure of the passport, right? I guess it is clear, guys, that you have understood that whatever is your target, like let's say my target was to apply for the passport. That was my target. So I have to know the procedure of the target, how to apply, and what are the information needed for that. That's how we collect information. That is what information gathering is. I hope this is clear. And let me tell you one more thing about it. Information gathering is itself known as the reconnaissance, and these two words are almost similar and they mean similar. So information gathering is also known as reconnaissance. Let me write it down here so that you guys won't get confused. Information gathering is also, okay, control Z, yeah, let me write it down here, is also known as reconnaissance. Yeah, and one more thing it is also known as, that is footprinting. Footprinting, why footprinting? As footprinting is also stating itself that footprinting means to collect the evidences, right? Well, we say footprinting, we are collecting the footprints of a criminal or a crime place at whatever the crime place is, and we are trying to find the footprints or evidences. That's how we collect the information in the police custodies, or in the police or you can say what, in the criminal based evidences or crime based problems or places. What we do is we collect the footprints of a criminal or a crime place, right? That's how footprinting works. Footprinting is also similar to the information gathering. That's why these all three things are known to be the same. Information gathering is also known as reconnaissance and footprinting. I guess you guys have understood what do we mean by information gathering and reconnaissance and footprinting, and why do we call all of these as similar and same. So without wasting time, let's just hop on to another topic, that is the types of, okay, yeah, types of what, types of recon, or you can say the types of information gathering or footprinting. Number one is active, okay, active reconnaissance, active recon. Number two is passive recon. Just give me a second, guys, let me have a sip of water. Yeah, let's just get back here in the active recon and passive recon. What we are going to do is, firstly we are going to start with the passive reconnaissance, because passive we would every time start with the passive reconnaissance before just directly hopping on or just jumping on to the active reconnaissance. And why do we are going to do is because we should always have basic information about our target. Guys, I have a disclaimer for you guys that this all what we are learning here is only for the educational purpose, and it's not for any kind of dirty means or malicious means. So please take care of it and do things responsibly and learn things in a responsible manner. Do it in an ethical way. Do not waste the resources that we are sharing, because this is only and only for the educational purpose. Do not use it for malicious intents. So let's just get back to the topic, passive reconnaissance. Why do we learn passive reconnaissance first, and why do we get to know about the passive reconnaissance first? It is because passive reconnaissance is something that collects us the basic information first. Basic information first, rather than basic information first, rather than directly jumping onto the active recon. And why passive recon? Because passive recon, let me define you the passive reconnaissance. Passive reconnaissance is a kind of reconnaissance or information gathering means, is a kind of information gathering means which collects the information about the target without directly interacting with it, That means we are not directly getting into the touch with the target. Let's say we have a kind of target. Let's say as I stated one example to you of the passport, that I want my passport. What I'll do, I will collect all the information through the Google, that when I have to apply. Let's just take an example. Let's just write it down here. Let's say this is Google, and while I have to apply for passport, I'll go to its site, right? I'll do what? I'll go to the passport applying site, right? When I go to the passport applying site, there will be information regarding I have to apply for the passport, right? I have to apply for the passport. What I'll do is I'll go to the passport applying site. I'll go through each and every services available there on that particular site. What I'll do is go to each and every services to check for the requirements. That means I am not in direct contact with whom? The authorities of the passport, like the higher authorities of the passport applying committee or something like that, you can say, right? Not in directly contact or interaction with the higher authority, not in directly contact or interaction with the higher authority of the passport committee, to know about the requirements, right? That is basically because just give me a second. Yeah, about that is basically because these are the basic things that I should firstly research about, and to know about my target, that what I have to do and how I have to do. So I'm not directly interacting with the higher authorities or the authorities who are going to verify my details regarding the fresh applying of the fresh passport applying procedure. So that's how we basically go through the passive reconnaissance, because I'm not in directly interaction or contact with the target. That's what passive reconnaissance is. And after getting the information about the target, what we'll do is we'll directly get into the contact with the higher authorities, and that basically is known as the active reconnaissance. So let me just write it down here. Active reconnaissance. Active reconnaissance is a kind of information gathering procedure. Okay. Information gathering procedure is a kind of information gathering procedure which collects the info by directly getting interacted with the is a kind of information gathering procedure which collects the information by directly interacting or directly getting interacted with the target. I hope this is clear and now you have understood what basically the active reconnaissance and passive reconnaissance means. That means we are directly getting into the contact with the target. Let's say if I want to collect the information about any particular website, if I want to just let me write example. Let's say if I want to gather information about the if I want to gather information about the about the target, yeah, is a kind of information gathering procedure which collects the information by directly getting interacted with the target. If I want to gather information about a particular target, what I'll do is after collecting the basic information, after collecting the basic information with the help of passive recon, now I am ready to perform the active reconnaissance, because here I'll be directly getting to know what are the loopholes into the particular system and I can gather information with the help of active reconnaissance. I hope this is clear and you guys have understood what is passive reconnaissance and as well as the active reconnaissance, and also I have made it very clear what is information gathering and reconnaissance. Now we are going to discuss about the tools of reconnaissance. So firstly we'll discuss about the passive passive reconnaissance. We will be needing WHOIS lookup, WHOIS lookup for WHOIS lookup, and you can say we can use one more tool. There is you can say the social media platforms to gather information about the target. Next is active reconnaissance. And for the active reconnaissance what we are going to do is we can have a tool like Nmap that is present in Kali, or you can use Nmap in Kali itself, and you can also use sublister. Sublister is a kind of tool to sublist all of the or you can say all of the vulnerabilities and everything. And after that you can also use you can also use WHOIS in Kali as well. So that is what for passive reconnaissance and active reconnaissance. You can use these kind of tools in order to gather information with the help of these tools. So hands-on, as I have stated, I'll be showing you a new hands-on video. In the upcoming session, we'll be learning about the hands-on. So till the time for this video, that's it. We are ending this video here, and I hope you have got a better hold of it and you guys have understood whatever we have learned over here. So I hope to see you in the next video, guys. If you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and also share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get a benefit out of it. And also, do not forget to share your reviews in the comment section so that I can get to know how you are learning the journey of the cybersecurity and do you like it or not. I hope to see you in the next video. Till the time, take care guys, bye bye and see you soon.